boys, girls, all my trombaholics out there, welcome back to Otherobert. I'm Joe, no Rob here today, which is surprising. I know it's Good Dinosaur. It's a Pixar movie, but it's me. It's Joe. I'm here. I'm ready to do Good Dinosaur. So overall, Good Dinosaur was good. It was an okay entry into the Pixar lineup. It didn't stand out as much as other Pixar movies, and really Pixar, that says a lot for Pixar. That shows you how successful Pixar has been when it's not up to Pixar's standards. And that's really what I felt with this. There was heart. There was a lot of heart. There was more heart, I thought, than Inside Out, which was Pixar's previous film before this, done actually this year. Thought there was more heart than that. However, I don't think the story was really there. It lacked something the entire time, and really, I think the best way to describe it, I think it lacked energy. I really think it kind of, I think more should have happened than it did. I think it was an okay journey with okay characters, and you know, they're enjoyable. It's just Pixar has set the bar so high. If this was another studio, I'd say this was better than it was. But really, it just kind of pales in comparison to some other movies. Is it the worst Pixar movie? Absolutely not. This movie felt like a mix between The Land Before Time and The Lion King. And I think I want to talk about that in the spoilers. I'm not sure yet why I say Lion King, but if you've seen the movie, I think you know why. But really, we follow Arlo, who's this character kind of inferior to his brother and sister in the eyes of his parents, but they know that he's got something special. So then that brings us to our journey with Arlo and his human companion. And that was interesting in itself. This movie was if dinosaurs never died out, which was a funny scene in the beginning you see in the trailers with the meteor missing. And creative. Definitely creative. I think this is an idea that I don't know if it's ever been done before in some other manner. Probably has. But I think that idea is very interesting, and they could definitely do more with it. But it was an interesting idea, and the way they made humans look in this movie were kind of like dogs, like pets in a way, and it was interesting to see how they did it, and that in itself was it stood out in that sense. But I feel like there still could have been more from a storyline perspective, without a doubt. I feel that they kind of shoehorned villains in at the end to have villains. We saw the villains earlier in the movie, and it kind of just felt contrived that they were back, I felt. Because we see a couple parts where there's villains, and the fact that these were back, it's kind of just like, why? It made sense, but at the same time, it's like, okay, they could have done better, I think. I really do. The music was, I think, love it or hate it. I was not a fan of the music. I didn't think it fit. That's just me, though. I could definitely see someone feeling it fit. It's not that the music was bad, I just didn't think it fit this movie. I don't know. Like I said, I think that one's going to be very open to interpretation. I could see, because I was with someone and he loved the music. I just didn't think it fit what they were going for. Really, this movie's just simple. It's a simple movie, a simple just journey that we see Arlo go through. And there's some heart in it, there's some emotion, and it's a nice, good, little, simple movie. It doesn't bring too much new to the table. It kind of just does a formula that we've seen dozens of times before. But it was okay. I mean, like I said, I think the fact that Pixar did it is going to make people kind of expect more than they're actually getting here. But in conclusion, The Good Dinosaur was good. So let me know what you thought of The Good Dinosaur. Let me know what you thought of the music, too, because I want to know what others thought of that. Because really, it was a miss for me, and I want to see how others kind of feel about that. And I feel like definitely people will have opinions on the music because it was so prominent in the movie. So I want to know what you guys thought of that. Please let me know down below. Let's have a conversation. And subscribe because it takes around this much effort to do so. Until next time, you've been traumatized.